Very, very blessed. In my life, I've received the highs of highs and the lows of lows. And I'm very, very thankful to God for every experience that I've had, whether it's been good or bad or indifferent. It's all made me the man I am today. I've had such a marvellous career that I'm really, really thankful for. I've worked very hard, but it's all been God's plan. Everything that's happened has been God's plan. Even today, to come back at 37 years old.
Because when you see him in like an interview and he's all irate, that's fight mode, and all of the Furies, they all have fight mode. It's serious and it's intense.
Tyson Fury has officially gone nuclear. And this time, the fallout with John Fury is no longer just family tension. It's become a full-blown public split that's turning deeply personal. What we're witnessing now isn't just another disagreement inside the Fury camp. This feels like years of frustration, pressure, and resentment finally exploding into the open. Tyson Fury is no longer...
It's God's plan and God's will, and we will see where it takes us, no problem. My last 2 fights, I didn't get the result I was after. Alexander got the results over me. Fair play to him and his team and everybody around it. You know, it's life lessons. In this life, you don't always get what you want. You don't always get what you think you want and think you did enough to get. However, that's where it stays. You don't hear me crying and moaning about, oh my God, he cheated.
Holding back, and the way he's speaking makes it crystal clear that this rift has cut far deeper than most people expected. At the center of it all is Tyson Fury's shocking message. John Fury is no longer being viewed as support. He's being viewed as sabotage. That is a massive shift. For a fighter like Tyson, who has always been closely associated with his family, especially his father's loud and dominant presence, to now publicly...
Very, very hurt by that. And I was thinking, what's gone on here? Like, how has this happened to me, God? And I realised that everything's God's plan and God's timing. And I'm just so thankful and so blessed to be in this position and on the verge of a massive return in 2000.
Nothing's past his best. I'm a no-filter kind of guy. I love this son, but there's too many people patting him on the back and telling him he's Tarzan when he's not Tarzan. He's been gone Tyson since the Deontay Wilder fights. It's finished Wilder completely. Done him. He's not got a leg underneath him.
They suggest that his own dad is acting more like a hater than a helper, says everything about how bad things have become. This isn't just about training methods or comeback plans anymore. This is about betrayal. And you can hear it in Tyson Fury's tone. There's real pain there. This isn't a calculated media performance or a simple promotional soundbite. This is a man who sounds genuinely hurt, confused, and emotionally exhausted by how things have spiraled with John Fury. He's not just discussing boxing. He's speaking like someone who feels let down by a person who was supposed to be in his corner no matter what. When your own father is publicly doubting your comeback, questioning your...
And he's getting more attention now, but yeah, him anyway. Tyson Fury, Makhmudov. Good little fight. Tyson's nice and relaxed. He's coming back. Again, after retiring, he's back out of retirement. We kind of knew it was going to happen. He seems in a good place. He seems quite happy. He's not out of shape. He's in his usual shape, which isn't great shape in terms of physicalities to look at. He's not good on the optics, but you know he's in shape because he's not 28 stone. He's
hunger and acting as if everything you built belongs to him too, that cuts in a completely different way. But what makes this even more dangerous is the switch in Tyson Fury's mentality. Instead of folding under the emotional weight of the drama, he appears to be turning all of that pain into fuel. He's already talking about a huge 2026 comeback. He's already framing this as part of God's...
Tyson Fury lost 2 very close fights to the pound-for-pound #1. I mean, he never looked like he was a shot fighter in those fights, and I don't believe he is as well, but John's got his opinion. I'm not going to argue with him, that's for sure. And I just feel like that's, it's father-son stuff, and that's, those two should hopefully be hand in hand as the final chapter rings out on what is
planned. And if there's one thing boxing fans know, it's that Tyson Fury can be at his most dangerous when he feels like he has something to prove. This doesn't look like a broken fighter. It looks like a motivated one, and that could be a scary reality for the rest of the heavyweight division. Meanwhile, John Fury is doing exactly what has made him such a controversial.
Tyson, I think, used his dad to keep him involved and as a infiltrator. You know, someone that can shout and scream and cause a bit of chaos and unrest. You know, and I think like he doesn't need that in this fight. So he might make a U-turn.
Controversial figure for years, going completely over the top in public. His outbursts have been intense, emotional, and full of frustration. He's speaking as though he single-handedly built Tyson Fury into the superstar he became, and now expects permanent loyalty, permanent influence, and permanent respect because of it. But the way John is...
You repair them in private, not in the public domain. John, I mean, on the times that I've met John, I've found him to be engaging and charming. But there's other times when I've seen him on whether it's an act or created or whatever, it's boorish, it's unpalatable, it's unpleasant. When you headbutt Ukrainians in front of, you know, Saudi royalty and behave yourself in a way that's not particularly appetizing, you get judged by it. So with due respect to the fact it's
delivering those messages no longer sounds like a father trying to guide his son. It sounds like a man trying to reassert control over a situation that is slipping away from him. And that's exactly why this split is becoming so toxic. The more John Fury talks, the more it feels like he's making it about himself, rather than Tyson's future. That's why so many voices in boxing are now open.
People around me never have and I never will, because I'm a psychopath. I can't have 1 million people around me, because it doesn't work. I've just have the same old people I've always knew, that's it. I'm not interested in making new friends. I'm not interested in what the next man's got. I'm not interested in what the next door neighbour's doing. Don't care. Keep me
criticizing him. Carl Frosch, for example, completely tears into the situation and makes it clear that John Fury's behavior has gone way too far. Frosch isn't alone either. There's a growing feeling that John has become attention-seeking, disruptive, and completely out of line. Even in the way Frosch speaks about it, you can sense...
There's nothing more left in life for these boxers. When these great boxers, what's completed the game and they've got everything. What else can Tyson do? You know, there's only so much yachts and sailing, and there's only so much flying on holidays, and there's only so much fucking whatever a normal person thinks is good you can do before you're sick.
It's real frustration, as if the whole saga has crossed the line from passionate family involvement into pure public chaos. At the same time, Frosch still acknowledges something important. Tyson Fury himself actually looks relaxed, composed, and in a good place for a return. That's a key point. Because while the headlines are all about family conflict, the bigger story might be that Tyson is...
Well, whether he can take him or not, he shouldn't be taking him, and he knows that. But when he's on his A game and he boxes, he can box, he ticks all the boxes, trust me. And he's exciting as well. And he does the right thing with this level of opposition because he's walking through.
Still mentally locked in on boxing. That contrast is striking. The father is escalating drama. The son appears focused on purpose. Eddie Hearn also offers a more measured and balanced take. Rather than attacking John Fury head-on, Hearn shifts the focus back to Tyson's actual ability. He makes it clear that Tyson Fury is far from finished as a fighter, and that his recent close fights still prove he remains elite at heavyweight. Hearn subtly brushes off John's criticism as father-son...
Bollocks, a lot of it. Same squad, same bullshit.
You're not a part of this training camp, are you?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I said, if you have him, that sugar, I'm no filter. I said, I'm gone.
But what is it about Sugar?
He's
is
no
it
good.
Tactically, technically...
He's useless. Everybody's been in the corner. He got beat. He's been gone Tyson since the Deontay Wilder fights. It's finished Wilder completely. It's took a lot away from Tyson. Magmadov. This is a problem. I'm the first one to say it, because all them out there, they don't pay enough attention to detail, Spencer.
It's a high-risk fight for him, this, isn't it?
It's not what I'd have done. Look at Usyk. Usyk saying, I'm 39-year-old. I want an easy time. He's picked Rico Van Hooven.
Yeah.
Man's not a boxer. I'm getting well paid for Rico, keeping my name out there. It's an easy fight. Even if Tyson wins this, it's 12 rounds of
intention rather than anything that should define Tyson's future. It's a reminder that the real conversation should be about what Tyson can still do in the ring, not what his father is shouting in front of cameras. Shane McGuigan takes things a step further and doesn't sugarcoat it at all. His view suggests that John Fury may have been used more as a chaotic presence around Tyson than as a stabilizing influence. In other words, John may have helped create noise, intimidation,
But he's saying that Tyson isn't himself anymore. And I tend to agree with John Fury. He's certainly not at his best anymore. I mean, how could he be after everything he's been through and stuff like that? So I tend to agree with that, right? But he was saying words to the effect of that the Wilder trip
and headlines, but not necessarily structure or clarity. Maybe that role served a purpose in the past. Maybe it worked when Tyson needed someone loud in the background. But now people are seriously questioning whether that influence has become more harmful than helpful. And if Tyson is truly moving away from, when fully focused, but must avoid unnecessary risks moving forward. He believes Tyson's skills
You can't show your father respect when it's needed. Keep going. I don't need you. I don't need him and his millions. I need nothing off him. I wish him well, but he's put those people before me, his blood father. That's hurt me like unbelief. So, they can jog on.
Yeah.
And I mean that.
IQ and adaptability remain world-class, yet discipline and smart decision-making are more important now than ever. Meanwhile, Fraser Clark took a more balanced approach, saying that while John's concerns may come from genuine fatherly insight, the real truth will only be revealed once Tyson steps back into the ring. And maybe that's the biggest point of all. This isn't just about boxing anymore. It's about legacy, family, pressure.
Punching heavyweight division, changing everything. Magwadov's capable of doing that. He's a big, strong man, as you can see. Tyson's an elite boxer, but what's he got left? I don't know. Because you'll only know when you get in that ring, and that's too late. You know, let's just see. Tyson's not a stupid man.
And whether Tyson Fury can still summon the hunger that once made him unstoppable. The outside noise is louder than ever, but eventually, none of the opinions will matter. When Tyson returns, the ring will answer every question. Is he still the same force at the top of heavyweight boxing, or are we watching the first signs of the end of a legendary era? Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more boxing breaks.
It's a perfect fight for him. Got the height, looks the part, he's strong. I think Tyson's hands will be too fast. I think Tyson, his feet, and the thing what I want to see how his feet have deteriorated, because it happens to everybody. So I just want to see what version of Tyson we get. He's out in Thailand training, so he's got to make sure he trains right. No cutting corners at this stage in your life. 37 years old. There's a lot of young lions knocking at the door, watching you. You're in a meal ticket. They're planning for you already. And I think Tyson.
Breakdowns and updates. Tyson is fit. It's about whether he can instantly recover that sharpness under real fight pressure. That uncertainty is what makes this return so fascinating. And that's why all eyes are now locked on Tyson Fury. Between the split drama with John Fury, the growing criticism from analysts, and the massive comeback talk building around him, the pressure is coming from every direction.
What John said, but obviously I suppose he's in a position where he knows his son, he probably knows the best version of him, and he's probably looking at him now and just feels that it isn't. I think all questions will be answered on the 11th of April, won't they? And we'll see what he's got now.
This is no longer just about family conflict or public controversy. It's about whether Tyson Fury can still prove he belongs at the very top of heavyweight boxing. Can he silence the critics one more time? Or will the doubts about his form, focus, and sharpness finally catch up with him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more boxing updates and breakdowns.
Obviously, Fury's got his own fans and people that think that he is a legend and one thing and another. Well, that's all well and good. But you've got to look at his resume. It doesn't stack up. Not to the great fighters. It doesn't.